New strikes across Tehran tonight as the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran is expanding, systematically destroying Iran's military, blowing up its missiles, and killing its leaders. President Trump saying it could last 4 to 5 weeks.
We will easily prevail. We're already substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is, it's okay.
The Pentagon today announcing it's sending more troops and fighter jets to join the operation, which President Trump launched at 3:38 p.m. on Friday.
The president directed, and I quote, "Operation Epic Fury is approved. No aborts. Good luck," close quote.
But the war is also spreading to new countries with new risks. In Saudi Arabia, drones targeting the U.S. embassy in the capital, Riyadh, a fire breaking out there. A Saudi official telling NBC News there were no injuries. In Kuwait, 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down and seen plummeting from the sky. The Pentagon said it was friendly fire, that the jets were hit by Kuwaiti missile defense systems. The crews all ejected and survived. In this video, you can see a parachute on the ground and what appears to be an American pilot in the back of an SUV, looking healthy but rattled, as the Pentagon announced at least 6 American service members have been killed. The Pentagon saying it now has total air superiority over Iran, allowing the U.S. to hunt down the missile launchers Iran is using to carry out attacks, including against Israel, where an Iranian missile made it through air defenses this morning. Prime Minister Netanyahu touring a town where 9 Israelis were killed by another Iranian strike. Iran is not just hitting Israel, but multiple Arab countries. Iranian fighter jets attacked Qatar, but were shot down, according to the Qatari military. In Bahrain, Iranian drones hitting residential high-rise buildings. In Kuwait, the international airport damaged by an Iranian drone strike. And tonight, Iran targeting Saudi Arabia, with damage seen in these oil fields. The Washington Post reporting over the past month, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has urged President Trump to attack Iran, according to 4 people familiar with the matter. And we've learned the U.S. and Israeli strikes were launched on Saturday because intelligence showed Iran's supreme leader would be at a meeting of senior officials that morning, according to 2 sources briefed on the matter. In addition to Ayatollah Khamenei, the U.S. says 49 leaders from the Iranian regime have been killed. Iran has not confirmed all of the deaths.
We also projected 4 weeks to terminate the military leadership, and as you know, that was done in about an hour, so we're ahead of schedule there by a lot.
While inside Iran, officials say a girls' school was hit this weekend with dozens killed. The U.S. says it's investigating. There have been demonstrations supporting the Iranian regime, but also Iranians celebrating the death of the Ayatollah, his government deeply unpopular among many Iranians. All as President Trump laid out the objectives of the U.S. mission.
We're destroying Iran's missile capabilities, and you see that happening on an hourly basis. Second, we're annihilating their Navy. We've knocked out already 10 ships. They're at the bottom of the sea. Third, we're ensuring that the world's #1 sponsor of terror can never obtain a nuclear weapon. And finally, we're ensuring that the Iranian regime cannot continue to arm, fund, and direct terrorist armies outside of their borders.
President Trump saying Iran walked away from negotiations, but a senior negotiator directly involved tells NBC News talks were making progress and were scheduled to resume. For now, no U.S. ground troops appear to be involved, although the Pentagon is not ruling them out.
This is not Iraq. This is not endless. I was there for both. We'll go as far as we need to go to advance American interests, but we're not dumb about it. You don't have to roll 200,000 people in there and stay for 20 years.
While Secretary of State Rubio suggesting this operation is about to intensify.
The hardest hits are yet to come from the U.S. military.
Richard and his team join us live tonight from a bombed-out building there in Tel Aviv. And Richard, Israel and U.S. forces still very much on alert tonight as Iran continues to fire. And now there's a new warning tonight from the State Department.
There is, Tom. Good evening. This building was hit by an Iranian missile. One woman was killed. And you can see that even with the risk, even with ongoing attacks against this city, construction crews are here clearing away debris. And the State Department, just a short while ago, issued a warning to American citizens to evacuate from 14 countries in the Middle East, including Israel, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt.
Richard Engel with that new warning tonight. Richard, we thank you, and we're learning more about how this military operation unfolded and where it's going from here. Our senior national security correspondent, Courtney Cubey, joins us live now. And Courtney, you have details about President Trump giving the military the final order to proceed?
Yeah, that's right, Tom. The first wave of strikes began with Tomahawks fired from Navy ships and long-range precision munitions fired from aircraft outside Iran, taking out air defenses and paving the way for manned aircraft. Next up, B-1 and B-2 bombers began flying in, striking hardened underground missile sites and vertical silos with huge bombs to penetrate deep underground. Over 1,200 targets already hit. President Trump saying a big wave is still to come, and while officials won't speculate, one possibility remains the nuclear program, which so far has not been struck. One U.S. official said the goal of the operation is to hit hard and overwhelm Iran as quickly as possible, ideally in weeks, not months. Tom?
All right, Courtney, thank you. Now to the White House, where the Trump administration is defending its decision to attack Iran amid Democratic criticism. Gabe Gutierrez joins us now live from the White House. And Gabe, Secretary of State Marco Rubio speaking to lawmakers late tonight?
Yeah, Tom. Secretary Rubio saying there was absolutely an imminent threat to justify this operation. He argues that the Trump administration knew Israel was preparing to strike Iran, and that if the U.S. had waited for Iran to retaliate, Americans would have suffered higher casualties. Still, there has been mixed messaging here. Rubio and Hegseth saying today that regime change is not the goal, although the administration would like to see it happen. Those comments coming after President Trump urged Iranian protesters who recently faced a brutal government crackdown to take to the streets again and topple the regime. Rubio and other top officials expected to continue briefing Congress tomorrow. Tom?
All right, Gabe, our thanks to you. And tensions are high once again across the Gulf tonight, with several countries targeted by Iranian attacks, including Dubai, where our Keir Simmons is reporting tonight.
Tonight, conflict is spiraling and spreading to Iraq, Lebanon, and as Gulf countries threaten to join this growing war. Iran targeting major cities in the Middle East with hundreds of missiles and drones, including this one in Bahrain. First the buzz, then the blast. Dubai's iconic hotels hit, many Iranian munitions still being shot down today. Here, a burst of smoke beside the world's tallest building, and the moment of impact at another hotel.
And I just heard this really loud bang.
Alex Bouquet, who runs an American firm, fled to an Airbnb in the desert.
We grabbed our passports as well. And we just started driving off.
This was Dubai Airport over the weekend and nearby Abu Dhabi. Thankfully, passengers have been evacuated. Thousands of flights cancelled in a region that is a critical hub for the world's commercial airlines. Sarah Metty from Tennessee is in Dubai for her 20th wedding anniversary. She found herself filming munitions exploding outside their hotel.
What are you thinking when you're filming this?
That I've got to be in a dream. This can't be real. I never in a million years thought this would happen.
They've been urged to stay inside.
I just want to get home to the kids. I miss them terribly.
Iran's objective in all this, to pressure its neighbors, to tell Washington, call off the war.
And this is far from over. Keir Simmons joins us live from Dubai. And Keir, I'm being told there are now new attacks in Dubai tonight.
That's right, Tom. I just heard a series of loud booms echo across this city. Another barrage of missiles from Iran. Tom, tens of thousands of Americans live in this region. Tom?
Keir Simmons, please stay safe tonight. There is also a new threat from Iran around the critical Strait of Hormuz, where much of the world's oil passes through, with implications for the prices you pay at the pump. Christine Romans is here tonight. And Christine, Iran with a very serious threat.
Yeah, and Tom, what happens to oil prices depends on what happens here in the Strait of Hormuz. It's a narrow waterway where about 20% of global oil passes through. And tonight, Iranian state media is saying Iran will set fire to any ship trying trying to pass through here. You can already see shipping there at a virtual standstill. Oil prices jump today, and every dollar that oil prices rise translates to about 2.5 cents for a gallon of gas. That means, for example, $10 spike in oil, 25 cents at the pump, and American wallets are already feeling this, Tom, these surging oil prices. The national average for a gallon of regular gas today topping $3. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the administration anticipated this and will announce steps to mitigate it tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see what that plan is all about. Christine, thank you. We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.